June 23, 2025. Guangzhou, China. A sprawling metropolis, a symbol of economic power, a city built to withstand the fury of Pacific typhoons. But on this evening, the threat came not from the sky, but from deep within the earth. For millions, it began as a confusing rumble, a dizzying lurch. Was it construction? An explosion? Then, the chilling realization. Earthquake. In a region where seismic activity is rare, the ground was betraying its people. This wasn't just a tremor. It was the opening act of a summer of chaos, a series of events that would shake China to its core and raise terrifying questions about a fragile foundation. The official report came quickly, a magnitude 4.3 earthquake near Qingyuan City. But the on-the-ground experience felt far more violent. Mobile phone alerts, moments before the shaking, had warned of a 4.8. The quake's depth was a mere 10 kilometers. A shallow quake, meaning its energy was unleashed directly upon the surface, across one of the most densely populated regions on Earth. The panic was immediate, but what followed was fear of a different kind. In Guangzhou's Hudou district, footage of an apartment building, appearing to lean in the aftermath, went viral. In a nearby university, the floor of a dormitory cracked open. The earthquake, though moderate in magnitude, was revealing literal cracks in the system. Whispers of tofu del reg construction, a term for shoji, corrupt building projects, surfaced online. For residents, the fear was now twofold: the unpredictability of the earth and the integrity of the homes they were told were safe. But the shaking in Guangdong wasn't an isolated event. As China moved into the blistering heat of July, the ground began to tremble elsewhere, painting a picture of widespread instability. On July 25th, a 4.2 magnitude quake struck Linfen, in the heart of Shanxi province. Here, the fear was unique. For generations, this region has been hollowed out by coal mining. Local residents immediately voiced a terrifying concern online: that the shaking wasn't just tectonic, but a sign that the very ground beneath their feet, weakened by empty caverns, was on the verge of collapse. Just one day later, on July 26th, the pattern continued. A stronger 4.8 magnitude quake hit the Outsa League in Inner Mongolia. The shockwaves rippled across the desert, violently shaking the city of Yinchan, waking residents in the dead of night as their high-rise apartments swayed. From the industrial south to the coal heartlands to the northern frontier, a seismic story was unfolding. This wave of earthquakes wasn't happening in a vacuum. It was part of a larger, more terrifying symphony of chaos. While the ground was shaking, the skies had opened up. In late July, the capital, Beijing, and surrounding Hebei province were crippled by historic rainfall and catastrophic floods. Entire cities were submerged. This has led geologists to ask a critical question. Could these events be connected? The science is complex, but the theory is compelling. It's known as reservoir-induced seismicity. The immense weight of floodwater, or water from massive dams, can increase pressure on the Earth's crust. This pressure can lubricate dormant fault lines, potentially triggering earthquakes. Was China experiencing a deadly feedback loop, where extreme weather was now agitating an already stressed geological system? The summer of 2025 was presenting a chilling trifecta: extreme heat, biblical floods, and now a rash of earthquakes. In the face of crisis, two Chinas emerged. The official state media broadcasted images of order and control. Emergency crews were dispatched, and experts appeared on television to reassure the public. But online, a different story was being told by millions of citizen journalists. They shared videos of the true scale of the panic, the structural damages, and their unfiltered fears. The digital town square was alive with debate. People praised the seconds of warning the early alert systems provided, but questioned why the official magnitude felt so much lower than the real shaking. The Leaning Tower in Guangzhou fueled a firestorm of anger over building safety. And eventually, the conversation turned to the elephant in the room: the Three Gorges Dam. While no official link has been made, citizens couldn't help but wonder if the decades-long pressure from this colossal project was finally making itself felt on fault lines hundreds of miles away. As the summer of 2025 drew to a close, the physical tremors subsided. but the psychological aftershocks continue to reverberate. This series of earthquakes served as a brutal reminder that beneath the gleaming towers and economic miracles lies a planet that is powerful and indifferent. The events exposed vulnerabilities, not just in infrastructure, but in public trust. The key question remains: was this a freak occurrence, a summer of terrible luck, or was it a warning shot, a glimpse into a new normal, where a changing climate and geological instability combine to create unprecedented challenges? The ground beneath China may have settled for now, but for the 1.4 billion people living on it, the sense of security has been shaken to its foundation, leaving them to wonder when and where the Earth will move again. The official narrative is one of resilience. The unofficial one is of lingering fear. What do you think is the real story behind China's summer of chaos? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. For more in-depth analysis on the events shaping our world, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching.